Hey everyone, my name's Zach. This is the Zach of All Trades channel. I want to take a quick minute to share with you a little bit about myself. I was going to college and was not feeling very inspired on what I was studying. While I was going to college, I was working 2 jobs, getting very burnt out on life. At the same time, one of my good friends decided to skip college and started working in the HVAC trade and loved their job. Prior to this, they had been working 2 jobs as well. I was 24 years old and college was not working for me because I couldn't decide on what I wanted to do. My friend said, look into the HVAC industry, and I decided to go that direction. I've been working in the HVAC industry for 29 years now. I started out in the union building trades for 14 of those years. Did a lot of commercial jobs, from hospitals to hotels to libraries. After 14 years working in the union, I decided to get my own contractor's license and start my own business. Now I've been running my own business for the last 15 years. I actually made money while I was learning my trade as an apprentice. What I also liked about getting into the trades is job security. No computer or robot could ever be developed to take my job. So here's 10 things you need to know before becoming an HVAC tech. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into something I wish someone told me 29 years ago when I first picked up my manifold gauge and thought I knew what the hell I was doing. If you're thinking about jumping into HVAC, this video might save your, or at least prepare it for the beating it's about to take. No fancy intro today, no bull, just the raw, unfiltered truth about what it really means to be an HVAC tech. This stuff they don't put in the brochures or those technical school commercials. Before we get started, smash that like button and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. Your body will pay the price. Let me paint you the picture. It's 115 degrees on a roof in July. You're lying on your stomach, scorching hot tar paper that's melting your skin through your shirt. Your arm is shoulder deep in the condenser unit while sweat pours into your eyes, blinding you. Below, the customer keeps asking you, how much longer? Every 5 minutes. And that's just a Tuesday. Look, I'm not trying to scare you off, but nobody talked about the physical toll this job takes on your body. My knees crackle like Rice Krispies when I stand up. My back feels like it's been in a demolition derby. And my hands, well, they look like they've been in a bare knuckle boxing fight with cheese graters. I was 24 when I started in this field. Thought I was invincible. Fast forward to 49 and I was popping ibuprofen like Tic Tac just to get through the day. So here's the real talk. If you're getting into HVAC, you better start a serious stretching routine. Lift weights to strengthen your core and invest in the best knee pads money can buy. Not the cheap ones, the best ones. And for the love of God, learn proper lifting technique. Nothing ends a career faster than a blown out disc because you tried to be a hero with a 110-pound compressor. Tip 2, the investment is no joke. Buckle up for this one. You know those shiny tool catalogs? The ones with the gorgeous red toolboxes and pristine wrenches that look like they belong in the museum? Yeah, you're about to become intimately familiar with them, and so is your credit card. My first real tool set cost me $2,800. $2,800. That was more than a month's pay when I started. And guess what? 6 months in, I realized I needed another $1,000 worth of specialty tools. Nobody tells you this up front, but to be a competent HVAC tech, you need a qualified multimeter. Runs about $100 to $300. Manifold gauges, around $200 to $800. A recovery machine, $500 to $1,000. A vacuum pump runs around $200 to $800. Refrigerant scale, $100 to $200. Basic hand tools, $300 to $600. Power tools, $300 to $800. Those power tools might be provided by your boss. Specialty tools, $500 plus. And that's just a start. 10 years in, my van is carrying close to $15K in tools and equipment. Every year, something new comes out that revolutionizes the industry, and you're expected to keep up. Some companies provide tools, sure, but most expect you to bring your own to the table. It's an investment in yourself, but damn if it doesn't hurt when you're just starting out. Pro tip, buy the best quality you can afford for tools you use every day. Go cheaper on the stuff you only pull out twice a year. And always put your name on everything. Tools grow legs in this industry, if you know what I mean. Tip number 3, the hours will test your relationships. So you think you're signing up for a regular 9 to 5? That's adorable. The reality of HVAC is that when systems fail, people call. Systems don't check your personal calendar before they decide to crap out. I've missed birthdays, anniversaries, and countless dinners that ended up as cold leftovers. I've been called out at 2 a.m. on Christmas Eve because a unit failed at a nursing home. I've canceled vacations because a commercial customer entire refrigeration system went down. The job doesn't care about your social life. It doesn't care that you're exhausted. When it's minus 10 outside and somebody's furnace dies, guess who's the hero they need? It's you. It's always you. During the summer heat waves and winter cold snaps, forget having a life. You'll work 12 to 16 hours a day, collapse into bed, and then do it all over again for days or weeks straight. If you've got a family or want one someday, you need to have serious conversations about what this career means for your availability. You need to find a company that respects boundaries or eventually learn to set some yourself by going independent. The money during these crazy periods, fantastic. The toll on your personal life, sometimes irreparable. Number 4, you will make mistakes that haunt you. We all mess up. That's life. But in HVAC, your mistakes come with a price tag and sometimes serious consequences. Let me confess something I've never told anyone on this channel. 5 years in, I was doing a routine maintenance check on a restaurant's walk-in freezer. Thought I knew what I was doing. Got distracted, left a valve partially cracked open. Came back the next day to $15,000 worth of spoiled food. The company covered it, but I still wake up sometimes thinking about it. Or the time I accidentally drilled through a water line in a wall. Or when I wired a thermostat wrong and fried a circuit board on a $12,000 system. The point isn't to scare you, it's to prepare you. You will screw up, sometimes in a spectacular fashion. And in those moments, your character is defined not by the mistake, but how you handle it. You got to own it, learn from it, and never ever cut corners to save time, because those are the mistakes that can actually hurt people. I once met a tech who told me he'd never made a serious mistake in 20 years. You know what I thought? Either he's lying or he's never pushed himself beyond his comfort zone. Growth comes from those oh shit moments where you have to figure it out under pressure. Tip number 5, the money. It's complicated. Everyone wants to know, what's the pay like? The honest answer, it's complicated. Starting out, you're looking at $20 to $25 an hour in most markets. Not terrible, but not buying a yacht money either, especially considering the physical demands and weird hours. But here's where it gets interesting. After 3 to 5 years, if you've paid attention and specialized in something like commercial refrigeration, high efficiency systems, or controls, now you're looking at $30 to $50 an hour. Get your contractor's license and go independent. Some of my buddies are clearing $20K to $400K plus annually. But, and this is a big but, there's seasonality to consider. In many parts of the country, you're slammed in the summer and winter, but spring and fall can be painfully slow. I've had $10,000 weeks followed by $500 weeks. You need to be good with money in this field. Budget for those lean times. Don't be that guy who buys a new truck during the heat wave season but can't make payments come October. And overtime? It's a double-edged sword. Yes, time and a half is sweet, but after your 65th hour in the week, no amount of money makes up for those bone-deep exhaustion. The real financial potential in HVAC isn't just in your hourly rate, it's in what you can build. Start your own business, build a client list, hire some techs under you. That's where the real money is. But it takes time, sacrifice, and serious business skills on top of your technical know-how. Number 6, school versus real world. The gap is massive. Online or in-person schooling teaches you theory. I think it's really good to do school before you get your first job in the HVAC industry. You'll have a massive advantage over someone that knows jack about HVAC. Then getting into the field teaches you reality. In school, you learn about perfect systems in clean environments with all the right tools at your disposal. In reality, you're troubleshooting a 30-year-old unit that's been modified 6 times in a crawl space with a flashlight held in your mouth because both hands are occupied. And the homeowner is hovering over you asking, that thing there, is that the problem? No textbook prepares you how to calm down a panicking restaurant owner who's losing $1,000 an hour while their system is down. Diagnosing a weird noise that only happens sometimes according to the customer. Dealing with equipment so ancient that the manufacturer went out of business during the Reagan administration. Improvising a repair at 7 p.m. when all the supply houses are closed. The learning curve is vertical for the first 2 years. Humbling doesn't even begin to describe it. My advice, find a mentor, the crusty old tech who's seen it all. Stick to him like glue. Bring him coffee. Ask him questions. Absorb everything. That guy's brain is worth more than any certification on your wall. And never, I mean never, pretend to know something you don't. That's how people get hurt and equipment gets damaged. There's no shame in saying, I need to research this, or calling in someone with more experience. Tip number 7, customer service is half the job. Here's the thing they definitely don't teach you in tech school. Technical skills are only 50% of what makes a great HVAC technician. The other 50%, people skills. You're not just fixing machines, you're dealing with humans who are often having one of their worst days. Their house is freezing in the winter or sweltering in the summer. They're worried about costs. They don't understand what you're doing or why it costs so much. You need to be part technician, part therapist, part educator, and part salesperson. I used to think I'm good with my hands, not with my mouth, but I quickly learned that explaining complex problems in simple terms without talking down to people is an art form, and it directly affects your tip, your callbacks, and your reputation. Some of my hardest days weren't the technical challenges. They were the elderly customer who couldn't afford the repair but desperately needed heat. The young couple who didn't understand why preventative maintenance matters until it's too late. The guy that watched 3 YouTube videos and now thinks he knows more than you do. The homeowner who's gotten 5 different opinions from 5 different techs and doesn't know who to trust. How you handle these situations defines your career as much as your technical prowesses. My approach, radical honesty, but with empathy. Show them the problem, explain the options, be transparent about costs, and sometimes go the extra mile when someone's really in a bind. That elderly lady who couldn't afford a new control board, yeah, I found a rebuilt one, installed it at cost. 3 years later, her son hired my company to replace all his HVAC system in his business. What goes around comes around in this industry. Tip number 8, your health, mental and physical. We already talked about the physical toll, but let's get real about something else. Mental health in this industry is something no one talks about enough. The pressure in this job is intense. When it's -5 degrees outside and you're the only thing standing between a family and a freezing house, that responsibility weighs on you. I've sat in my truck at 10 p.m. absolutely exhausted trying to figure out an intermittent problem that 4 other techs couldn't solve. I've had panic attacks thinking about all the calls waiting for me during a heat wave. I've laid awake worrying if that repair I did would hold through the night. This job can consume you if you let it. Add in the physical pain, the irregular hours, and the seasonal stress is a perfect recipe for burnout. I'm not saying this to be dramatic. I'm saying it because I wish someone had prepared me. I wish someone had told me it's okay to turn down the 14th call of the day if you're not safe to work. Mental exhaustion is as dangerous as physical exhaustion in this line of work. Setting boundaries isn't being weak. It's being professional. Taking care of yourself is taking care of your customers in the long run. Take the mental health part seriously. Find healthy ways to decompress. Build a support network. And for God's sake, don't try to be that hero every single time. There will always be another call, another emergency, and another customer. Number 9, the industry is evolving rapidly. When I started in HVAC, smart thermostats were barely a thing. Now I'm installing systems you can control from your phone on the other side of the world. The technology in this field is advancing at warp speed, and if you don't keep up, you'll be left behind. Energy efficiency requirements get stricter every year. Refrigerant regulations change. New diagnostic tools emerge. Building automation systems get more complex. Even the basic electrical troubleshooting is different now, with variable frequencies drives and sophisticated control boards. What does this mean for you? Continuous education isn't optional. It's mandatory. The guys I see struggling in this industry are the ones who mastered their craft 20 years ago and refused to learn anything new. Meanwhile, the techs who are killing it financially are constantly taking classes, getting new certifications, and staying on the cutting edge. Is it exhausting sometimes? Absolutely. Does it pay off? 100%. This rapid evolution also means amazing opportunities if you're willing to specialize. Solar integration with HVAC, advanced building automation, even AI-driven predictive maintenance. These are all creating niches where specialized techs can command top dollar. Stay hungry, stay curious. The day you think you know everything is the day your career begins to die. Tip 10, the satisfaction is real. After all that real talk, here's the payoff. The thing that keeps me in this field despite the challenges, the satisfaction in this job is like nothing else I've ever experienced. When you walk into a house that's 95 degrees inside, with the kids and pets suffering, elderly folks at risk, and 2 hours later, you've got cold air flowing, and the family's relief and gratitude to you. This feeling is indescribable. Or when you solve a complex problem that stumped 3 other technicians before you, pure technical bliss. I've had customers literally cry with relief when their heat came back on during a blizzard. I've saved small businesses thousands in potential product losses by responding fast to refrigeration failures. I've helped hospitals maintain critical environmental controls in operating rooms. This job matters. What we do directly impacts people's comfort, health, and sometimes even survival. For all of its challenges, HVAC has given me a career where I use my brain and my hands every single day to solve real problems. I'm never bored. I'm always learning. And at the end of the day, I can point to something and say, I fixed that. How many people get to say that about their work? Bottom line, if you made it this far in the video, you might be thinking I'm trying to talk you out of the HVAC career. I'm not. I'm trying to prepare you for it. Really prepare you, not sell you a fantasy. This field has provided for my family. It's challenged me intellectually. It's given me skills nobody can ever take away from me. Even during economic downturns, people need heating and cooling. It's recession resistant in a way few careers are. But it will demand everything from you, your body, your mind, your time, your patience. It will test you in ways you can't imagine right now. If you're still interested after hearing all this, you might just have what it takes. Because underneath all the challenges, HVAC is a career for problem solvers and people who take pride in essential work. It's for people who aren't afraid of hard days and dirty jobs. It's for those understanding that real satisfaction comes from overcoming real challenges. So are you still in? Drop a comment below letting me know if this helped you decide one way or the other. And if you're already in the field, add anything I missed. The new guys need to hear it. Don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content just like this one. Until next time, stay cool out there, or warm, depending on the season. You know what I mean. Peace.